Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it. We're going to dive into one of my favorite, let's call it favorite topics. These are the top summer whiskey releases that I personally think are worth the hunt, right? I'm going to give you 6 different summer releases that are worth the hunt. Before I dive into everything, a couple updates for the channel. Actually, today, literally, just as we speak, myself and Stuff and Whiskey, we did a joint barrel pick of 4-Gate. It's a 4-Gate double oak, and it is a banger. It's released into our Patron communities as we speak. Can't wait for our patrons to have a chance to get access to that bottle. It's 4-Gate and double oak. Home run. All right, what else do we have coming up? Actually, in like another week or two, we are also releasing our next barrel pick, a joint barrel pick again with Stuff and Whiskey. It is our Knob Creek Cask Strength. Yes, Knob Creek Cask Strength, which is also just straight fire. So really excited for those 2 releases. And we have myself as well as Stuff and Whiskey separately. They have a whole bunch of other releases coming up for them, and I, of course, obviously have a whole bunch of other releases coming up just for the Bourbon Judge community as well. So really excited. All right, so summertime is here. All throughout the summer, everyone loves finding good whiskey. I'm going to give you the top 6 releases that I'm personally hunting for, and we'll kind of have a little bit of fun. Cool? All right. I know, along the way, more than likely, I probably won't find all 6 of these, but if I can find, 2 or 3, I'm good with that. All right. So, what is number 1? These are not ranked in order, by the way, right? These are not ranked in order. Number 1 on the list is Old Fitzgerald, the 7-year-old bottled in bond bourbon. Yes, it comes in a beautiful green bag. I call it like the little Blanton's type bag. MSRP though is actually not bad. It's $65. The challenge is finding it at MSRP. May be a bit challenging. That's the challenging part. But I mean, honestly, when you think of Old Fitzgerald, it's hard. I mean, their whiskey's always good. So I'm sure it's a banger like most of their products are, but that's number 1 on my list. Old Fitzgerald, 7-year-old bottled in bond. Number 2, actually, I'm going to say 2A and 2B. Our good friends over at Pursuit United. Yes, Pursuit United. They're coming out with their triple mash releases. Their triple mash barrel proof bourbon, their triple mash barrel proof rye. I think the bourbon is like around $80, and the rye, I don't have the exact price point, but ryes are typically a little bit more expensive, so it's probably going to be a little bit more than 80, maybe 85, maybe 90. But Pursuit United, they're always putting out great quality whiskey, so really excited to check out the Pursuit United triple mash releases. Yes, indeed. All right, let's keep this party going. Number 3 on this list. So number 3 is a brand I am personally very big on. This brand. Like, I love this whiskey. I've only heard about it in the last maybe 2 years. One of my patrons, my good friend Chip, lives down in South Carolina, in Charleston. He was like, Judge, you need to try a bottle of it. Since he got me a bottle, I purchased several more. So I'm really excited for number 3 on this list. Number 3 is Highwire Distillery. This is the Jimmy Red Double Oak Bourbon. $89 on pre-sale right now on their website, as well as you can also find it over at Sealbox. Hopefully, Father's Day is coming up. Wink, wink. Mrs. Judge gets me a bottle of this. But seriously, that is number 3 on this list. Highwire Distilling, the Jimmy Red Double Oak Bourbon. All right, what is next, Judge? Number 4. Number 4 is a bit of a challenge because you either have to go to Kentucky or ask a friend who either lives in Kentucky or even very close to Kentucky, at least to the state line in Cincinnati, Ohio, to make the little trip across the bridge, across state line, over to Kentucky. But number 4, it is the brand new Riff decades old whiskey. It's the bourbon and the rye, coming in at $89.99, so $90. But the only kicker is you have to visit the distillery. So you need to have a family member or a friend, somebody who's willing to go to New Riff and get this bottle for you, unless you can go yourself as well. But that is number 4 on the list. All right, before I get to number 5 and number 6, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know of all these different releases that are coming up, which ones are you hunting for and why? And last but not least, please make sure you all subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right. Cheers. Woo! Little hint, I'm sipping number 6. I need a refill, by the way. All right, number 5 on the list. Probably one of my favorite brands just all time. I love gosh, everything they put out, their bourbons, their ryes, their American whiskey, I mean, truly, everything they put out is always top notch. The master distiller, the master maturation, they work hand in hand to make sure they are releasing the best quality whiskey across the board. Number 5 is the 2025 Michter's 10-year rye, coming in at, I think it's about $210. The cool thing about Michter's, their 10-year rye and their 10-year bourbons, even though it just says 10-year, the majority of the time, as they've even called out before, a lot of the whiskey that they put out might be aged 14, 16, 17, or even 18 years, but they just put the 10-year on the label because, you know, that's like the earliest age that they would use minimal for certain barrels. But a lot of times you're tasting barrels that might be 16 or even 18 years. So Michter's 2025 rye, 10-year rye is coming out, and is definitely on my list. All right. So Judge, what is in the number 6 category? So number 6 is, I would say, again, one of my personal favorite brands. This is a brand where I did my first barrel pick with them, and they too each year have a very limited allocated release each and every year. Their last one, I love the bourbon. Now they're coming out with the rye. So number 6, look at this, dun, 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 is the brand new 8-year 100% rye whiskey coming from my good friends over at Woodinville. Look at the color of that whiskey. Damn, it is dark. I mean, this is like motor oil. Goodness gracious. Funny thing is, it's not even cask strength. It's 100 proof. I'm gonna pour a little bit more. And it's 100% rye whiskey, so there's nothing else in the mash bill. Pour a little bit more. So this actually literally just released yesterday at the distillery. I think they had like 500 bottles available. I'm pretty sure all those are probably all sold out thus far. However, good news, they will have more available online as well as in select markets in the next few weeks. So look online as well as look at certain select markets wherever you can find Woodinville. This will be available in certain markets coming out very soon. Price on this bad boy, $129. Let's go ahead real quick. Let me get into the news. I'm going to do a quick little review of this one. Ooh, man. This is so nice. For a rye whiskey, 100% rye whiskey, this all day. Wow. You know how a lot of times like a rye is very mint and very peppery and floral? This definitely has a good bit of mint and floral, but this to me at the core, it's almost a raspberry dipped in like dark chocolate. So take a raspberry, dip it like in dark or milk chocolate, and then from there, sprinkle on just a little bit of mint, a little bit of pepper. But this is way more fruit with that raspberry, very chocolate forward. Wow, it's a good bit of milk and dark chocolate. All right, here we go to Woodinville, 8-year rye. Thanks, by the way, Woodinville, for sending over this bottle. Cheers. Holy sh! Woohoo! This is legit. This is chocolate and raspberry all day. A smidge of mint, a smidge of pepper. This, my friends, is absolutely worth the hunt. And for me, if you find it, it's definitely a buy. Hey friends, until the next time, peace, cheers, most important. Salute. Take care. See you guys.